all are rational investors. There is no irrational investors. And second one, sorry, third assumption here, all government does not impose any taxes. Here the government does not impose any taxes. As per this, there is no government taxes, but that is not a correct, because all the companies has to pay the taxes to the government. There is no taxes like this. There is nothing is there like that. Everybody has to pay the taxes. All the company has to pay the taxes to the government. The fourth assumption is the firm has fixed investment policy. The firm has fixed investment policy means every year it will going to be invest the same investment, or else you can say that the same amount. It has a fixed investment policy. Whatever it do this year, it will do the next year same. Then next one, there are no risk or uncertainty factors. In the relevance theory, there are no risk or uncertainty factor. As the irrelevance theory is telling, there is no risk or uncertainty factor, but that is not a correct, because future is uncertain. Future is uncertain. We can't tell that there is no risk and uncertainty, because risk must be there and uncertainty is also there in the market, right? These are some assumption as per the relevance theory of Modigliani and Miller approach. But other things are there which is relating to irrelevance theory. Determine the market value of shares according to Modigliani dividend decision model. There are some calculations are there which I sent you on the notes. You can go and see the notes. Calculate the prevailing market price of the shares, that is PO is equal to D1 plus P1 divided by 1 plus KE. With all these other observations are there. We can go and see that in the notes which I sent to you. Okay. What are the criticism of the Modigliani and Miller approach? Right? What is the criticism? Has the Modigliani and Miller approach. The first one, it does not consider taxes. As I told you, every company has to pay the taxes to the government, but the irrelevance theory does not consider the taxes. This is not a good. The second criticism is what? It does not consider risk and uncertainty associated with the business. As I told you, we can't predict the future. We can't predict the future. For every business opportunity, there is a risk and uncertainty. There is a risk and uncertainty there for every business organization, because as we know that there is nothing perfect in the future. There may be up or there may be down. There may be certainty of risk, or there may be there is a possibility of earning a lot of money in the future. But we can't say that risk and uncertainty is not there in the business. For every business, it has a risk and uncertainty, right? The third criticism is what? It does not consider flotation and transaction cost. What they are telling, it does not consider flotation and transaction cost. Flotation means, which is, we can say that this is the one type of cost which is relating to the transaction cost. Flotation cost is one type of the cost which is relating to the transaction cost. But the irrelevance theory of Modigliani and Miller, they are not at all considering the flotation and transaction cost, right? The next one is investors do not always behave rationally. In the assumption they are telling that all investors are rational, but criticism is what? Investors do not always behave rationally because they can't go rationally every time. They will go irrational sometimes. When they come to know that this company is not going well, and then they will move to some other company and they will purchase some other companies goods and services, right? This is what about the rational and irrational. It possesses difficulty in the diversification plans of the firm. It possesses difficulty in the diversification plans of the firm. Irrelevance theory, what they are telling, it will not give room to deviate from the whatever they are following. Every business organization has to plan according to whenever there is a opportunity to get something better than what we are getting right now. That business opportunity, that business firm has to plan according to that. It has to give room to get the new opportunity or better opportunity in the future. But as per this criticism, Modigliani and Miller approach does not have any diversification plan of the firm. They don't have diversification plan. They whatever it possesses, they always possesses the stringent line. They will go for the perfect one plan in future also. That plan does not allow the company to deviate from that particular path or whatever the predetermined source, right? This is what about the Modigliani and Miller approach. That as per the Modigliani